Hello and welcome to Usher Law Firm's webinar, How Do I Get an E-2 Visa? So let's start with a question. What is an E-2 visa? It's a non-immigrant visa available to a citizen from a country that has a treaty of commerce with the United States. This citizen must invest a substantial amount of money, called capital, in a U.S. business. Is your country an E-2 treaty country? There are about 80 E-2 treaty countries. We'll discuss this in more detail in a few minutes. Don't see your country on the list? You can always go to the Department of State website shown here. The E-2 investor has the option of investing in either an existing business or a new business. Remember the substantial investment criteria? Although no exact dollar amount specified, just know that the investment needs to be large enough to ensure the treaty investor's financial commitment to the successful operation of the business. With an E-2 visa, the investor and their family are allowed to stay in the U.S. for up to 2 years. The visa can then be renewed for up to an additional 2 years. The key provision here is that there's no limit on renewals, which means there's no fixed or exact end time an investor can remain in the United States. The U.S. recognizes that a person can stay here indefinitely under this program, but at the same time, they want to be clear that the visa itself does not provide a green card. This is a little quirky. The U.S. government requires the investor to maintain an intent to return to their home country. Spouses and unmarried children under the age of 21 can accompany the investor. Spouses can get work authorization, however, children cannot. All can attend schools in the U.S. Here's a tip. Consider which spouse should be designated as the investor. If one spouse wants to, or is better suited to working outside of the investment business, the other spouse should be the investor. For example, Spouse A is an experienced retailer. Her husband, Spouse B, is an engineer. The spouse who is an engineer might be better suited to working outside of the investment with the potential to earn as much as, or more than if the couple worked together in the E-2 business. Let's get back to the issue of whether you or your spouse is a national of a treaty country. Dual citizenship, or being a national of multiple countries, can complicate your visa process. You may need the help of an attorney to determine if eligibility is present, and if present, what country election might be the best for you. If you're not a national of a treaty country, there are options for you to acquire citizenship in a qualifying treaty country. This is not a simple matter, however. Please contact our office for more information. There is no requirement that the E-2 investor speak English, but it will be important to explain to U.S. authorities how the investor will manage the business without English-speaking skills. There are 2 different E-2 visa filing processes, one where the investor resides outside of the U.S., and 2 where the investor is already legally inside the United States. Please be aware the E-2 investor has no absolute right to a U.S. visa. Here we've given you a few reasons why a person may be deemed ineligible. Assuming you qualify for an E-2 visa, the critical decision becomes the investment choice. To help you in your decision, check out our free webinar, Why a Franchise is the Best E-2 Investment. Thanks for watching. For more information, call us today, and be sure to check out our other videos on www.usherlawfirm.com.